Okay, in this video you're writing the equation for the line. Okay, there's the line, you saw the equation, you graphed it, now you're going to write the equation for it. Now it takes a little bit of time before you get the hang of it. You need 2 points. One of the points should be where the line crosses the y-axis, so right there. That's point number 1. Now, go to the right. Don't ever go to the left. Ever. Okay? For point 2. So, right there. Now, how do you know where to pick it? You can pick it anywhere. Okay? Just start at point 1 and then stop when you're right there, like right on a grid. Okay? Right on the grid. Right there, you're on the grid. That's point 2. Okay? Now, y equals blank x plus blank. Just write that down. This is the m, this is the b. Okay? So m is the slope, b is the y-intercept. Now we're actually going to find our y-intercept first. Okay? It's wherever point number 1 is at, from the middle. So, tell me when I'm there. 1, 2, 3. Positive 1, positive 2, positive 3. So the y-intercept's 3. Now, slope, you make a line, okay? And it's rise over run. So put your pencil on point 1, and you either go up or down first, straight up or straight down. Well, we'd have to go down 1, okay? So down 1. So I went down 1, so that's negative 1. I went down, so it's negative. Then I'm going forward to the right, that's positive. Your sideways is always going to be positive, okay? So negative 1/2 is the slope, okay? So there's your equation. Okay, next problem. So 2 points. So we go y equals blank x plus blank. Write that. MB. So slope, y-intercept. You need 2 points to complete this problem. The first point should be where it crosses the y-axis, which is right there. That is point number 1. Then I go to the right. Don't ever go to the left. To the right. This is right. Okay? You should not ever be moving. That's the left. This is the right. Right there. Okay? Is where it crosses. That's the first time it crosses a grid. Point 2. Okay, so the y-intercept is where point 1 is at, from the middle. So 0, and here's point 1. So now it's negative 1, negative 2, negative 3. So negative 3 is the y-intercept. Then I do my rise over run. Okay, it's a ratio. So you start at point 1. Okay, you start at point 1. Put your pencil on point 1 every time. Okay. You have to go up now. So 1, 2. I went up, so it's positive 2. And then I go to the right 1. So 2 over 1. Now, anytime you have 1 on the bottom, it has to be on bottom and it has to be a 1, you could just put 2, okay, in the equation. But it's got to be a 1 and it has to be on bottom. See, up here I had a negative 1, but even if it was a positive 1, it's on top. If it's a 1 on the bottom, you can discard the bottom number, okay? Y equals blank x plus blank, MB. Slope, y-intercept. I can look at a graph and figure out the slope and the y-intercept, okay? I need 2 points. Point 1 is down the y-axis, okay? Right there. Well, since it is right in the middle, then 0 is the y-intercept. Okay. Now, go to the right and find point 2. I think right there would work. It's close enough. Okay. So put your pencil on point 1. Okay. Point 1 is always on to the left of point 2. So you'd have to go down only 1 square. So down 1, so negative 1 there, and then forward 1, that would be positive 1. Now if we have a 1 on the bottom, we don't need to put it. We can just put negative 1. Next problem. You see the line y equals blank x plus blank. Okay, MB. Slope, y-intercept. Okay, so I need 2 points to do this right. Okay, so the y-intercept. Okay, so 2 points. So point 1 is where it crosses the y-axis right there. Now where is that from the middle? Because that's the y-intercept. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Because it's at 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 is your y-intercept. So that's point 1. Now find me a point 2. Right there will work. Always go to the right for point 2. And then you do your rise over run. So you start at point 1, you're going down, negative 1, negative 2. So negative 2 is the top, and then forward 1. Negative 2 over 1, when you have 1 on the bottom, you don't need to put it. It's negative 2. There's the equation for the line. Y equals negative 2x plus 4. Next problem. We've got a million of them. Okay, not really, but blank x plus blank. So this is M, this is B. Slope, y-intercept. Your y-intercept is point number 1. It should be on the y-axis. There it crosses it. So where is that point from the middle? Well, it's down to negative 1, negative 2. So the y-intercept is negative 2. That's point 1. Now, go to the right and find a second point. No, right there. Okay? That would be point number 2. So these 2 points. So I start at point 1, and I have to go up 1, 2, 3. So positive 3 because it went up. Negative if we go down. Forward 2, so 3 over 2. So y equals 3 over 2x plus negative 2, or minus 2. Okay, next problem. Y equals blank x plus blank, MB. Okay, plus, get the plus. So the slope and the y-intercept. So on the y-axis, I get my first point right there. Where is that at from the middle? That's point number 1. From the middle, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So positive 6 is your y-intercept. Then go to the right. Right there. Okay. Rest of it's just in the middle. So right there is the dead on point. So 2. It's got to be, both points have to be dead on. Okay, point, especially point 2. So put your pencil on point 1, and you have to go down. 1, 2, 3. So it'd be negative 3 as your rise. And then the run, 1, 2, 3, 4. So negative 3/4. Okay, next up, there's the line. MB. Slope, y-intercept. Okay, so on the y-axis, this is point number 1. Now where is that from the middle? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's 5. So y-intercept is positive 5. There's your first point. Now go to, this is right. Okay. Right there would make a great point 2. Okay, point 1. I have to go down 1, 2. So negative 2 because I went down. then forward 1. So negative 2 over 1. What did I say? If you have a 1 on the bottom, you can just put negative 2. Okay, next part. Okay, so I need 2 points to do this. The first point has to be on the y-axis, okay? Right there. That's point number 1. From the middle, 1, 2. So it intercepts the y-axis at 2. Intercept means cross. Then, right there would be great. Okay, it's the first time I hit the grid, and that can be point 2, so it's only a little space. I have to go up 1, so positive 1, and forward 1. So 1 over 1, you can just put 1. Y equals 1x plus 2. Okay, got 4 more. Okay, so there's the line. M and B. So slope and y-intercept. Okay. So on the y-axis, right there. Okay. That's point 1. From the middle, you're negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, negative 4. So it'd be negative 4 is your y-intercept. Now the slope, you find a second point to the right. Right there. Okay. So I find the rise-run ratio between the 2 points. I have to go up first, up, down first. I went up, so it'd be 1, positive 1, and then forward 2. Now, you have to keep the 1 here because it's on top, so it's 1/2. Okay, next problem. MB. Slope, y-intercept. Okay, right there. That's your y-axis. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6. Positive 6. Now you find a point that right there, that's a little bit off, so I'm going to go down further. Okay. So I have to go down 1, 2, 3. So negative 3 because I went down, that's why it's a negative. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So negative 3/5. There you have it. Okay, next one. So on the y-axis, right there, okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So you're at 4. Then point 2's got to be to the right, right there, okay. Those are your 2 points. So you start at point number 1. You start at the y-intercept. Start on the left and go to the right. First, you got to move up or down. You move up, down 3. 1, 2, 3. So negative 3 is the numerator, and the denominator is 1. So it would be, get rid of your 1, and it'd just be negative 3. Okay, next problem. So slope, y-intercept. On the y-axis right there, okay. So that's from 0, negative 1, negative 2, negative 3. So negative 3 is the y-intercept. So that's point number 1. Now to get point number 2, you go to the right. That doesn't look like it's exactly on it, so right there is, okay. there's any doubt, you pick up, you keep going. Okay, 2. So here's point 1. I have to go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Positive 5 because I went up. Then 2 forward. 5 over 2. Okay. And as long as you pick the point that's closest to it, it will be reduced already.